Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Today we are doing a quite peculiar showcase, because generally I don't do showcase about characters who have less than 3 skills, because generally they are kinda hard to figure out, but this character took a special place in my mind, because when I recorded his Forging Bonds, if you guys go see the Forging Bonds in general, his is the longest Forging Bond that I've ever recorded, and that's not to say it is a bad thing or a good thing, but the story itself intrigued me. It was quite insightful for what it was, it featured a lot of characters, and also it dug deeper into the character that is Rafale, or Nil if you haven't played the DLC to know why he's called Rafal now. I do think that it makes a compelling character to explore, so I said why not. I got him when I was trying to get Yunaga in the free pool. I did one circle and I got Yunaga and Rafal on the same circle of pools, so that was quite lucky. Here we are today. Rafal comes from Fire Emblem Engage, is in the DLC together with Nell, Celestia and all the other characters in DLC, plus also the emblems that are DLC only, like Emblem Tiki, Emblem Chrome and so on. So today you learn everything that you need to know about Rafal, dialogue, animation, etc. Then the build showcase, and then the gameplay showcase. So for this character there won't be a very insightful build showcase, because obviously I haven't invested a lot into his B skill, it's the one that he doesn't have, but I gave him something that works. There is obviously a crazy choice to give him, which will be the B skill that Nidogger had, but I don't have one of the two Nidoggers that have the same B skill, but I don't have any of the two, so I had to give him the immediate downgrade of that skill. That I guess still works. So I will check back with you in the build showcase. For now, enjoy the first half of the video.
Do not cling to me! Shall I take on my fell dragon form? Huh? You'll be taking a nap? And would like me to wake you? How dare you! I am not some blithering rooster! Only the sweetest of confections can satisfy me. Nell, my sister is my precious counterpart. She always will be, no matter how many thousands of years pass by. The power to awaken emblems is of no use in Askr. Neither the 7 bracelets nor my father's power are necessary now. Your attempts at altruism remind me of the divine dragon. Only the sweetest of confections can satisfy me. Neither the 7 bracelets nor my father's power are necessary now.
Okay, and here we are with the build showcase. So, as I told you earlier, Rafal comes with only 2 skills. I replaced his empty B skill with Slick Fighter 3. You can go for Slick Fighter 4 if you have it, but so far from what I've researched, it's only on Nidogger, so you might want to say it because Nidogger and their alt are both very good characters, so while Rafal isn't bad to say the least, but you don't really want him to take place of a character like Nidogger, which is either a mythical or a seasonal. Rafal is neither of the two, so probably it's better to save your two snake ladies compared to foddering them to him. But if you like him, that's probably a good choice of a fodder. He does come with some good stuff, however, namely Armor Blades, Attack and Def Skull 4 and AR Q and Save, and we also have a very good weapon for sure. On the stat side is an armored red dragonstone. We have HP on the other side, attack on the other side with an asset, speed very low, so no Salvi Fighter, which makes me cry because my Anankos go to waste once more. And then we have Def 49, very high, and Rest 37, a flow. Still decently high, but not good enough to where I'd say he would go with Distant Counter Dragon on his steel. Instead I went with Willy Fighter 3. So why doesn't even he want to have Distant Counter Dragon? Because his effects mostly benefit from him triggering Savior, and in this case is more suited to be a melee savior. Why? Let's start with the weapon. So first of all we have Special Trigger Acceleration, then we have an effective effect against Cavalry foes. There are many Cavalry foes in the current meta who are melee. One comes to mind, that it is Sigurd. Obviously Sigurd has a blue lance as a weapon, and also he has his AoE, which might put Rafal at the short end of the stick. But we saw last time that we have also counters like Spring Veil, so in this case Rafal could probably be able to tank Emblem Sigurd, which with his added effects might even make him able to destroy Emblem Sigurd thanks to his anti-cavalry buff, or rather niche. And then we have, if for range equals to, adaptive damage. Then we have two effects that work for allies, which are grants attack speed DPS plus 4 to allies within 3 spaces, and slows the special of the foes that attack them. Very good indeed, because it makes it so that your allies can tank hits, and also most of the time Rafal will benefit from the slow effect because he will trigger Savior, which is pretty nice. Then we have grants attack speed DPS plus 4 to engaged allies within 3 spaces of unit within their combat. So in this case this is an effect that is very niche, because obviously you want to have a team that has fully engaged characters and you also want Rafal on the team. But if you have a team that can run him reliably as a enemy faced savior melee tank, then probably you can make this work for sure. Plus 4 stats is a good enough buff to where it is a justified inclusion for sure, but it is niche because obviously engaged allies means that you rolled for an engaged character, which they are all ultra limited, so it is understandable that maybe you might not have even 2. Probably 1 you do have, because by now there are many, but 2, who knows. And then we have the more traditional effects that work on him. If foe initiates combat or foe HP is higher or equal than 25% at start of combat, he gets a bonus to attack speed DPS equals number of allies within 3 spaces of unit per 3 plus 5 to a maximum of 14. But if it triggers a special, the value is always treated as 14. So you can see why you want him to trigger his savior. Sorry, I said special, I think. You want to trigger his savior all the time, because that guarantees that you get a maximum amount of stats, and he does benefit from stats a lot for sure. Then we have deals damage equals 20% of unit def, one more reason on why we want the extra stats. Reduces damage from foe attacks by 20% of unit def, once again why we want the extra stats. Inflict cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack, and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before first attack during combat. Two very good effects. You slow the enemy special and you get your own special faster. So what we can see from this weapon is Rafal sort of unique niche that he has. We have bonus against the cavalry, we have buffs to your allies to slow the special, he slows the specials against himself as well, and also speeds his own. Then we have extra buffs to engage characters, so you can see special manipulation, stats stuff based on death, and also nearby allies if not savior. He has a lot of going on his weapon already, so he doesn't really need to have a unique special, unique skill. He does quite well on his own already on this weapon. Nothing too crazy, obviously there are many different ways to make a character even stronger, but still, a good combination of support by giving extra stats and special slow, offense by giving itself true damage based on death and also reduces damage based on death and also gets extra stats, and the special manipulation, and also defense, because obviously he has all the stuff, is armored, and also the damage reduction plus the special manipulation also count as defense. So for the rest of the skill, it is stuff that we already seen, but to go through it quickly. Armor Blades boost special damage by 40% of unit death when special triggers. If for range equals 1 and unit or for special is ready or triggered before or during combat, reduces damage from for next attack by 40%. Very good special for him, he has a lot of death, he gets a lot of death, and it is once again something that manipulates with the enemy special, since you reduce the incoming damage by a significant amount, obviously if the enemy doesn't have anti-DR, which anti-DR is common, which is why I don't really value as much anti-DR compared to flat damage. Flat damage is still pretty good, I do think. It is probably something that I would rather value higher than DR nowadays. Then we have Attack and Death Scowl 4. This is probably one of the best slots that you can give dragons. If 4 initiates combat or 4 HP is higher or equal than 25% at start of combat, he gets attack and death plus 7 during combat, and also if 4 attack can trigger for special and unit res is higher or equal than 4s plus 5 during combat, inflicts special cooldown count plus 1 on 4 before 4 first attack. So what we have here is more attack and death, more special manipulation. You can see the trend on Rafal character. Special manipulation, death interaction, and also niches like the engage buffs. And then we have AR Twin and Save, triggers Savior on melee attacks, restores HP, which is pretty good, and also reduces damage by X effects got denied, so anti-DR. Very good indeed. Now, do I recommend Rafal? So this is not honestly out of cell, like I can see him being useful in certain situations, but the removal of the B slot and the need to have a very good B slot, which in this case is locked behind Nidogger, makes it hard for me to suggest to going for him exclusively, because you have Nidogger. At that point you better use Nidogger, if you understand the logic here. Like, if you need to make this character good, you need to get a character that is better than him. So at that point, what's the point of Rafal? There isn't much of a point. He's a niche, he can be used, but to be used, you do require to get someone who is better than him. Maybe when we get Slick Fighter 4 on a character that isn't better than him, there will be a different scenario, but that's not the case right now. So I would recommend, if you are rolling on the New Heroes banner with Rafal, Yunaga, etc., Yunaga is probably the best deal out of that for sure. Like, she has the aid, she has a lot of good stuff going on with her, so I do heavily suggest Yunaga for sure. But that's not to say that he's not usable, he has his own uses. Anyway, my friends, that's it for this build showcase. So next is the gameplay showcase, pretty simple one obviously. And then the next time, I'm not sure who is next on the showcases, honestly. We are doing quite well, I'm keeping up with the new releases that I get, so it hasn't been too bad. I would love to do Celestia. She's not crazy because she's also a demote, but already done Zephyr, so we will see. Right now, probably I'm waiting for the New Heroes banner and see what comes. I do have a good amount of orbs, so I'm not too worried. But anyway, remember to smash the like button and the subscribe button. If you want to support the channel more, remember to use the super thanks feature to your comment with donation you're choosing below your favorite Underlodge video. For me, this is it, but you have a gameplay showcase coming up, so make sure to enjoy it and look at Rafal skills. Bye my friends, enjoy!
For this.
Let us proceed.
Will do.
Right.
Yunaka here!
Not in a millennium. Are you frightened? Let us go. Ha!
am not sure.
Sounds like a challenge.
What you need?
I am awakened! There is no going back!